Podcast number 88.
95.
You suck so much. I am your host, Lo Zelda, and joining me tonight, I have Zap45,
Yo!
Chaos Mana,
A's.
Mr. Wartburg,
Guten Tag.
and TJ Lee, who had to be last because he was a dick when we tried to start this.
Doesn't take.
Zoom tight. Bless your face if you sneeze during this video.
This face.
I'm saying it to you, dear audience member.
Yeah.
What's up, team?
Stuff in particular, like this craziness that's happening with Sony. Let's talk about that just very briefly, I guess. Some hacker or a group of hackers infiltrated Sony's weak-ass security system. I don't want to sound like a victim-blaming asshole, but there are records.
Are you a victim?
No, I'm just saying, well, Sony's a big corporation and they employ a lot of people, not just movie stars and super, stars. They employ, average, they employ the average Joe. And it's not right for their personal information to be blasted all over the internet because they were a part of a big corporation.
Why did a bunch of hackers get in? Or
because
what was their goal?
Because why not?
They may or may not have been North Korean hackers.
No, it's like not only what they, just the simple fact that they got in. I think it was like what they actually did once they were in.
Yeah. Well, at first they were like, Sony, give us money or we're going to blast this all over the internet.
Exactly.
And then secondly, they're like, JK, we're actually North Korea and don't put out the interview.
Yeah, classic misdirection. It's probably some guy from Michigan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, those Michiganders, you just can't trust them.
I mean, I don't really know any personally, but I never trusted them.
Or something.
It's too cold up here, and people just start losing their minds and do crazy shit. So.
They've got nothing better to do. It's just like they're under 6 feet of snow. Like, what else are they going to do? I can't blame them if they just want to hack whatever they want.
Funny enough, though, we actually don't have any snow on the ground right now. I don't know. The weather machine is broken.
I know.
Contradiction.
It is pissing me off.
The weather clouds aren't working.
Yeah.
It's cold as shit, but there's no snow. So, anyways, back to this.
I still like to entertain the idea that it really is like Kim Jong just like giggling to himself on his cell phone, trying to troll everyone.
That is a Korean laugh.
Probably not like that.
Okay.
A series of
There's
Aaron
so many
takes.
different onomatopoeias for different countries and nationalities, so it's like you can't really. Our laugh isn't their laugh, but
I like how there's like, if you look at like a chart of like cats and how they meow in different languages and stuff like that. You ever seen that? How like
What?
it's
Japan.
it's a Korean,
different
but it's like
ways.
how like we say meow, we spell it MEOW, and then like other countries spell it differently.
Oh,
which
so
is
it's not like the
completely
cat is literally meowing differently. It's just how we
No.
spell the sound.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just,
I was
but it's like,
what do you mean? Like, what does this, like, an accent sound like on a cat?
but the spelling like doesn't like even if you're like speak English and you try to pronounce it, you're like, that's not what a fucking cat sounds like. What the hell are they talking about?
yeah,
So, I'm
Maybe
actually,
exactly.
I liked the way I interpreted what you said way better than what it actually meant, and now I'm sad that that's not the real
Le
thing.
meow, le meow.
Yeah.
Meow. Das meow.
I just love the idea of a German cat, just because everything in German just sounds so angry. So I just want to hear a cat do that.
It's a very fierce
Meow.
sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs some V, like meow. It needs a V
Meow.
sound.
Meow the disc.
So with this whole Sony thing, so I know this is not the first time this group has hacked Sony. I'm unclear if it's the same group because there's another
It's
hacker.
not the same group.
So it's not
Is
the
it
Lizard
the same
Squad
group from the
bullshit.
movie Network?
No.
No, it's
Not
not
that
the same.
Different group.
It's not the network bringing downing assholes, the PSN network thing. This is a completely different group,
Okay.
as far as we're aware.
So I know that there were all these threats of ridiculous violence things if the movie came out like it was supposed to, and so a bunch of theaters said we can't show it, it's too high of a safety risk, and so then Sony said they're not releasing it at all.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
my
Yeah.
question is,
I heard except for Alamo Drafthouse from something.
I
They're
saw
still going to do it.
So the thing that I saw was Sony was saying they scrapped their release plan. Does that mean they're not releasing it at all, or they're not?
They're probably just going to
releasing it
release
in theaters.
They're
Like,
probably just going to do a straight to
Yeah.
DVD release.
That's
if
what
anything.
I've seen.
It sucks that we have to why do we have to buckle to these assholes? We shouldn't show fear.
Look, to be fair, I'm a fan of digital releases anyway. Theaters can kind of suck sometimes.
Yeah, theaters do. It's not the point. It's like moral standpoint.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the fact that theaters suck big wee-wees. It's about the point that why do we have to cower in fear to these assholes that took some time to look up a script online or did a little of their own research and built their own script to hack a network just because they wanted to, and now they're being either trolls or either really serious. We can't tell, and I guess that's as to why we're cowering in fear, but we shouldn't.
Fusion said,
Fusion said, somebody, CIA, take these guys out.
Fusion said this time they found all the list of emails and passwords. Like, they actually got to more important information than the last time Sony was hacked back in February.
Well, because they had a bunch of emails from talking about Obama and in some pretty racist tones and a few other things. And
now they have social security stuff. They have employee information out.
They have salaries. They have home addresses. They have every literally. I think the number I saw was something like 60 terabytes worth of data got hijacked, and I'm like, I can't even imagine what that kind of volume of stuff looks like.
Also, how fast it would have gone to notice something like that. It's crazy that amount was just it's all been hacked away.
I guess it depends on the method.
Yeah, I like how part of the issue was that Sony literally stored their passwords in a folder called passwords.
That's
that's the first story I read.
Top-notch security there.
Wait, you don't do that?
Had a
why not?
So I'm going to open up my file browser now and change that.
I'm going to have to change it. Hold on.
To defend against it, you put a folder right on your desktop that says passwords, and instead it's a counter virus that will hack whoever opens it.
Oh, yeah, it could be a Trojan. You can totally... That is so easily done. My dad did that to me one time. He's like, go ahead and click the link. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I clicked it. No, it doesn't say porn. It's www. He changed the hyperlink, and he sent it to me as an email.
You tricked me.
Yeah, it was a Trojan, and it crashed my computer. But he rebooted it. It was fine. But the point is...
Whoa. What? Why would he do that? He's don't click things you don't know. It's a life lesson, son.
Well, you would want to be able to trust, if your dad is just hey, look at this.
Don't even trust.
You want to be able to trust him that wouldn't happen.
You just want an excuse to get you a new computer. Hey,
it's different if someone on the internet or maybe even someone you don't really know well in RT is hey, come look at this link I have. Yeah. But if it's your family, you're usually going to be a little bit more lenient with the links you follow.
Son, let me show you how to rickroll.
Yeah, well, no, basically this is what he showed me. This is what's going to happen, and he just wanted to show me because I was very interested in stuff like that at the time, and that's what he did for a living for a long time. Is he would sit in a van outside a business's parking lot, hack into a business's database, retrieve all their information, print it out, and tell them, hey, I have all your stuff. Would you like to upgrade your security? And a lot of the times people would be like, fuck yeah. And, he used to do his own private business for ever.
What did the outside of the van say to look so I can look for that? Was it a flower corporation?
No scope. No, it was just a white van, it with some antennas. It looked like, electrical. It looked very like someone could be working at an electrical company or a computer company. But he didn't go around neighborhoods.
Of privacy, can't you get in trouble for that?
No, it's he didn't hack into he didn't retrieve social numbers and stuff like that. He just retrieved very basic information that's not really comprehensible to a layman. If he posted it on the internet, unless you're an expert in reading right fax scripts, you're not going to understand what the fuck they're saying. But
I think a lot of people would just go, "Are you blackmailing me? I'm calling the cops right now."
No, literally that's how it worked. The legit businesses would be or franchises or corporations would be like, "Okay, cool." They would be impressed, or they'd be happy that he's a business person and not. It's not extorting. He's not give me a job. He's just hey, your security's kind of weak, and for a small price, I can make it very strong. And here's your personal information. You can go ahead and shred it if you want.
Clearly it worked. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And
it still seems a bit. It's still a good thing. It's great that he's on, I guess, the side of good. You can put that in quotes, but still,
he's a white hat. Yes.
Still,
he's
yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, it's borderline when you do that sort of manipulation.
Yeah.
But we do need people like that, else we won't be able to fight the other people that just.
Well, that's just what the North
Exactly.
Koreans are trying to do. I mean, let's look at it from their perspective. They're just like, hey, we're misunderstood. We're just showing you that we can hack in your thing, and you should probably buy our product where we can protect your thing.
No.
Well, they're not even doing that afterwards. They're not like helping out afterwards. They're just stealing stuff and literally holding everything.
I thought they didn't even have internet.
These people are black hat hackers. They're wanting to cause fear and inflict pain and all that. Another, white hat hackers like my dad, for example, they'll spread information and they'll be able to help you and post their services for hire when it comes to bulking up your security system. But they're not going to spread your personal information out of malice, I guess is the best way to put it. There are good guys and bad guys, or I guess they're called hats because you can wear.
I've seen the movie Hackers.
Yeah.
I know.
We know how the world
nothing
works.
Like that. It is nothing like that. It's extremely boring. Bunch of ones and zeros, and just very boring. He kind of despises a lot of like the new quote unquote hackers. Like he's like really old school. So it's like he'll talk about all these like he'll call them bitches and punks and shit because they use like pre-wrote scripts that someone else used.
Twos.
Yeah, exactly. Bunch of wonky ass, didn't learn the hard way.
Nightsaw said he was in a Twitch chat once where someone came in and just posted someone's information, everything from their name to SSN.
That's fucked up. That's fucked. You see that kind of shit? That's black hat material. Like that is not white hat material. That's just. I know this is getting really geeky and weird, but it's just a knowledge base I have. Bit. So these guys who are hacking Sony are assholes. Period.
It's a good summation. I like it.
Allegedly, they're allegedly assholes. Is that
no,
what you
fuck
said?
them.
They're assholes.
No,
I mean, I never met the guys.
It's still up for debate whether they're assholes or dicks. We'll decide that later.
That's kind of where my head was at. I don't know if these guys were just dickholes or cockbites.
Dickholes, yeah.
No, cockbite, totally different thing.
A bag of dicks.
I mean, we're the jury and we're not out, so we might as well decide now.
Exactly. Can we they're a bag of dickholes? Is that
so? Should we have a vote?
Yeah, let's vote. And
right.
We'll ask the Twitch
12 Angry Men style.
Yeah.
Do we even have 12 people here?
Well, between us and the chat, maybe.
Do we have 7 viewers?
Maybe.
Fusion counts for 4 angry men. So.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Pretty much.
He is our angriest old man.
Yeah.
Why does that heart that Nightsaw just put in the chat look like a butt?
That
looks like a butt to other people, right?
It's a butt heart.
It's a butt.
Yeah, he said confirmed assholes after that.
Okay.
So
I just wanted to make sure that was actually a butt, because it totally looks like a butt.
Yeah, so, it's like you can't. I mean, right now in the digital age, you can't be safe, but you can take precautions. And I guess that's what the initial message of this attack on Sony is, because they were attacked earlier in February and now attacked again with even more. Like they should have done something to bulk up their security, but at the same time,
I would think
why?
Sony itself would be very high tech compared to a lot of other companies, especially being one of the big 3, that they would be really focused on competing with Xbox, so staying on top of everything they can. And then I guess they're almost too confident.
It's usually the opposite. It's really easy to hack into Apple. Has anyone tried? You just type in password and you're in. You can. It's really easy.
That's all you have to do. I've done it 8 times. No, but in all seriousness,
explains the iWatch. That was actually.
It's an unnecessary. Yeah,
a memo just showed up on the CEO's desk, and it happened.
Yeah. Just don't worry about it.
Wanted to call it the iPhone 45, but
yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't stick.
Too many numbers are a bad thing.
Exactly. But I'm still kind of frustrated by all this. It's like there's 2 sides of the coin, I guess. It's why? Because they can, or they didn't beef up their security when they were first initially hacked, so it's shame on them, I guess. I'm kind of in the latter, I guess, between those two.
It's really the true intentions behind the hacker that it's not quite clear. If it was literally just someone trolling, or what if it was just a younger person, or if it was an older person, or if it was a crazy person that just got that really was just super offended about the whole situation. So he actually was like taking like his justice revenge on the company.
Yeah, I mean that could be a thing, but it's one thing to post like gossip. It's another thing to post information that could get somebody hurt. Like a home invasion can happen tomorrow or the next
especially
week
when
from now.
Trying to pose as another country, and one that's labeled with such hostility that alone causes a lot of not as informed people to be like, "What? This happened?"
Yeah, it's stupid. I don't know. Enough of that noise, I guess.
Yeah.
It's retarded.
In other news, the thing that's happened for about 2 weeks-ish ago, or at least within the last week, the refreshal of the RT forum mods, and we have a new mod, which may or may not be falling asleep. I can't tell.
Maybe may or not be falling asleep.
Didn't she?
Because you hadn't said anything yet, so I was wondering.
I didn't let you guys have your conversation. You were having on a good roll, so I was like, I'll just hang out.
What would you say a mod does?
Yeah, explain that to us, please.
What would you say you do here?
Rains down terror and pain on the entirety of the website.
Mm-hmm.
Makes okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Also, great Office Space reference on that, T. Lee, by the way.
Yeah. That's my entire sense of humor. Is just odd references.
Really fantastic because you just slipped.
That's why we get along so well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So no, it's pretty much.
That's totally a heart butt.
It is pretty much kind of just essentially enforcing the terms of use of the site. So making sure nobody's posting anything ridiculously, inappropriate and pornographic, and like not being like total dicks. Like we're not jumping into a thread and being like, you're being mean, you have to stop. But it's keeping like, there was an incident a couple days after I got my mod powers where there was some jerk that was going around and posting meat spin all over the website. Like, that's gotta come down. So it's just kind of stuff like that. And we're all kind of like,
no, Zelda, you're censoring. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You're destroying art.
Who says that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what I do. Sorry.
Who says that
he was trying to
rod.
tell a message.
Yeah, well, that was a very interesting message to share. It was
his message can fuck itself.
It was rather
it
interesting.
Can.
Yeah. That was the whole point of me saying that. But
I saw what you did there, and I liked it a lot.
Thank you.
So,
I like you a lot, platonically.
I know you do. I like your hair.
I'm just gonna cut out you saying platonically. We'll just have like an awkward pause after that.
Just nobody says anything for like a minute. But the podcast is clearly still going.
So how did you become a mod?
So all of us that all got added at the same time, we all got added pretty much at the same time. And we were all asked to be mods. We did not, it's not like there was an application or they said, hey, we need new mods, who's interested. I guess the people who were currently mods were talking to people at Rooster Teeth saying that they needed more people on the group. And I guess they kind of, I don't know. I couldn't tell if like they all decided or just Rooster Teeth people decided, but we all got a message from Caleb asking us saying, hey, we are looking to add some new mods. We think that you would be a great addition to it. Are you interested? And so I got that message and I went, yeah, sure. That sounds awesome. And 15 seconds later, I had the red tag next to my name. So the whole process took about 20 minutes, and it only took 20 minutes because I didn't see it, that it was sitting in my inbox the first 18 of that. So yeah, we all got asked. I don't know if they asked more people who didn't accept, or if everyone who was currently a mod was all that was asked. But
I mean, they asked me to take over everything, and I said, "Guys, listen."
Well,
I really appreciate the offer, but
wonder what happened to some of the other mods. Like one of the reasons that they added some was just because there was a lot of mods there that hadn't even been on for a while.
They had like 3 or 4 mods there that hadn't done anything in like years.
Yeah, and
probably
and
even more.
Yeah, and that was part of it, is that it had come up in a conversation a couple of months ago where if someone had an issue that they needed to talk to a mod about or an admin, it was new people didn't really know who to go to, and it was hard to figure out. It was not completely intuitive who you could actually talk to and who was not very active around the site. So there was a little bit of cleaning, and some of the inactive mods were kind of removed from the page, and so they added more and replaced.
Wait, there's an actual page?
Yeah,
there is an actual
I
page.
am technically.
I've checked that a bunch of times when I first joined the site. Like
I looked at the
who
page.
all the cast and crew were.
Yeah, I love that I am technically on the cast and crew page. I'm like, I've officially made it. I'm on the cast and crew page. It's
You're hired. You make money now, right?
You know, I get internet points. That's how they pay us.
Oh, that's lovely.
You got a lot of clout.
Yeah.
What I'm curious about what privileges or what powers you have when it comes to being a mod. Like, can you change someone's name for them? Can you
I don't
what
know,
exactly?
I don't
Nobody who is not crew can change names. If somebody needs a name change, you have to go to Caleb. Not even site admins can do that.
Yeah.
Admins have a lot more powers than mods do. Mods have the ability to censor almost anything, which just kind of removes it from public view, but doesn't like remove it. It kind of gives somebody a chance to be like, hey, don't really be doing this. So anytime we do anything, we send a message to the person that we are affecting and saying, hey, this is the action I took on this thing. This is why it's not good. Please don't do it again.
There's no blind banning, and someone will just look at their page one time and say like blocked from Rooster Teeth, or your account has been.
We have the server
not have an explanation or a reason.
Yeah,
you guys only have jurisdiction per section, correct?
No,
it's usually have
there are no longer forum-specific mods. A forum mod is a forum mod.
Okay, cool.
So I have control. I can censor posts. I can delete posts. I can lock threads, sticky threads, delete threads. I also have jurisdiction over things that appear in the everyone feed. I can censor any images, any journals, any replies on journals, comments and things like that. I can't delete most of those, and I cannot outright ban a user. I can ban them from specific threads. But if they are doing something terrible that needs like a ban, that has to go to an admin.
Gotcha. So do you have to fill out like a report? Like is this person, this is what they did, and then you send it on over to an admin, or?
I have not. It's not something that happens very often. There's not usually a jerk that shows up. We do have a way we can kind of send out a mass thing to the admins to say, here's the user profile. This needs the action of an admin, and here's why. So usually, like anybody that's a spam bot, that is obviously not automatic. They'll delete those accounts. So we have a place. Almighty. We have a place that we can go and we say, here's the profile for the spam bot. Here's proof that it's a spam bot. And it's usually a link to something that account has posted that does. It's I make $2,300 a day sitting at my computer. That bullshit.
I mean, I click every single one of those, and I still haven't made any money.
So we can send something to them to say, hey, here's the account, here's the proof. If it's an actual person who's doing something that's ban worthy, then that's more of a discussion kind of thing. And I don't think it's surprising to say that in the 2 weeks I've been a mod, I have not encountered the situation where an actual user needs to be banned. But
okay.
Yeah, I would think it's very rare when someone goes above the "I'm just upset" or "I'm just trying to troll" mode. I think once you're even contacted by a mod, I would assume that it's like at least we keep you in line for a while.
Yeah,
How many mods are actually active now?
I believe there's 17 of us in total, and I think that includes the admins. I know I counted. Let me figure it out. I want to say there were 17 of us that were floating around that had powers to do something. There is a lot that mods can do.
He said 13. Oh wait, removed 13 mods and added 7. Never mind. I was looking for Shadowhound's comment. I don't know the total amount yet, though.
1, 2, 3, 4. I was totally off. 4 times 6 is how many? 24. There's 25 forum mods.
Nice.
Plus 9 site admins.
Okay, so there's quite a bit of you out there. There's quite a bit of you out there, and it seems like now there'll be more coverage when it comes to being alert and aware of everything.
Yeah, and we're all people, we float around a lot too. Like I spend a lot of time, like every day, at least twice, I end up on the everyone feed, and I'm just start going through it, and I'm looking for things that are interesting. Like that's something I've always done.
Oh yeah, same.
I'm not saying like now that I'm a mod, I do that looking for trouble, but like I always do that, and then I make a point. There's a couple general forum boards that I go in, and I just look and see what the new topics are, just because I always want to see if there's an interesting conversation happening. So, I've kind of got an area that I usually look at, and there's definitely a lot of overlap. Like a good portion of us hang out a lot in the RTX forums because we are Guardians. But there's other places too where like Film Geek, who's one of the site admins. He obviously hangs out in places that are, film related. So we all kind of have the homes that we tend to live in, and so we kind of keep an eye on those.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of like your own realms.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You're sharing jurisdiction, but you're also very much in contact.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's a cool thing. I'm still learning where all the buttons are and like all the things I can do. And there's definitely things they said, there's the obvious functions you have. It's like if you explore the site enough, you'll find other things that you probably shouldn't find. So just don't touch them, but feel free to look. And so now I'm like constantly like clicking on stuff. I'm like, where's all this stuff they're talking about that I can see? So
where's the ones and zeros? I want to be Neo already.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think having new mods and having new admins that are active on like almost an 8-hour basis sometimes, I feel like on the site is good to have, because now when there issues arise when it comes to harassment or bullying or what have you, we have a defense force to deal with the issue at hand.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason
they're Voltron of Rooster Teeth.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's part of the reason a lot of us took it. It was because we got to a point where there's a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of us that got added are popping up in the community a lot. We like to stick our noses in other people's business, and we're constantly everywhere. And so people would bring stuff to us that we couldn't do anything about because we didn't have any power to do anything. We'd have to send them elsewhere and be like, I wish I could help you, but I can't go talk to this admin or this mod or something like that. So it's nice that now we don't have to do that handoff, and we can actually help people the way we would have liked to before.
Yeah, so. I know that some it was basically doing all the actions of a mod without being a mod. Like they would be doing this whole report, like saying like, oh, this is an account, and this and this happening.
Yeah.
Like it's being able to do that one extra step, and you've also proven that you would be good choices. Else it wasn't even an application. It was just like someone that already knew that they were good choices, and then they picked them out.
Yeah, and that's.
Okay. I have one question, Zelda.
I have one answer.
Do you have the power to bring post counts back? Can you make that a thing?
I do not. That is probably you'd probably have to talk to somebody else about that, and I don't know who somebody else would be. I got nothing. I'm gonna
just lay that nugget on the table, and if you want to bring that up the table. I mean, the ladder.
Next
or the chair,
ladder,
or the kitchen.
The chair, the kitchen,
the stool to reach the higher cabinets. I'm really short.
They have a community kitchen where they each visit.
Yes,
that'd be amazing.
What is the kitchen like? Like, do you have like a nice fridge? Do they give you beer in the fridge?
God, that would be so nice.
It's got an ice maker in the door, and it's amazing.
Oh, that's how you know it's
fancy.
That is extremely fancy.
Dude, like that's how you know you're like succeeded.
And
in
it
life.
can make
my
fridge ice.
Makes crushed ice.
No, the admins get the crushed ice refrigerator.
Those
fair enough.
I know I never liked them.
Concerning, you mentioned earlier about RTX. I saw a post that they were doing the Guardian applications again soon.
Yes, those in theory should be going live by the end of the week, and I'm going to take this moment to say something. I saw this pop up a lot right after that came out.
Good luck, suckers.
So, yeah, there's that. Please do not apply to be a Guardian if you're not sure you want to do it, and then say, if I get it, I can decide if I want to do it later. I actually saw a lot of people saying they were going to do something like that because they weren't sure if they were going to be able to go or weren't sure if they really wanted to do it. And other people were suggesting, just apply. And that way, then if you get it, you can figure it out later and you can just not do it. And
you have to have a sure mind.
Because you have to be sure, because what happens is if you back out, you don't get replaced. They do not replace the people who back out. So if you decide you don't want to do it, you have told us, giant middle finger, and you've completely screwed whatever team you were going to be on because they are now down. You're like, I'm just one person, but I literally saw 20 people having this conversation. Okay, and it's if there's 20 of you, then I'll go, no, and stuff happens. People lose their jobs. People have
Grandma
medical stuff.
There's a difference between plans changing and you being really, really wishy-washy about it. So you just want to put it forward anyway.
Exactly.
Okay,
so it's like
say somebody applies a few hundred times. and then they just use it as a method, just saying, and then how is that fine?
I think there'd be like IP addresses, or you have to like associate it with your account.
I have 100 different computers.
I think if you apply like 2 or 3 times, because I know last year there were people that had issues getting like the confirmation message saying your application had been submitted.
Yeah.
So they told you, like, if you don't think you got the confirmation message, do it again, resubmit it. That's fine. If you get to a point where it's excessive and you're obviously just being a dick, they're going to immediately throw you out and they're going to blacklist you from ever being a guardian because you're obviously being a dick. And that is not a lie. Yeah. They have a blacklist. I don't know what you have to do to end up on it or how long you stay on it, but there is a blacklist of people that they will not accept to be guardians. And they won't tell you that you're on the blacklist.
Another thing is the guardians that I've encountered are overall amazing people, and they do everything they can to make a great experience and uphold the rules or quote unquote laws regulations. Of the regulations of the
I think
convention.
That's the first question on the sign up is how much do you love us? And that's exactly your answer.
You have to be dedicated is what I'm getting around to, beating the bush around. Is you have to be 100% in.
Dude, you're kicking the bush.
Exactly.
Yeah,
because
you're stabbing it with a machete.
Like, exactly. I don't know what that bush did to you.
Yeah, like nobody is going to be perfect at it. And there's only so much, people are like, what's the training like? And it's like, training is like, here's the basic situations you will see a lot. Everything else we can't predict. You just have to make your best
there's no way you could have
predicted
predicted like that fire alarm problem last time.
Yeah, and like you will have someone come up to you and start screaming at you for something. I had someone come up to me and scream at me because they thought the VIP badge was the go anywhere I want whenever I want.
Go wherever I want. Yeah.
And they were like trying to go through back hallways, and they were like they went to an autograph line. And they got to go to the front of the line, which was fine, but they thought that meant they could just stay there the whole time and get whatever they wanted signed and just like hang out.
Not leave after they got the signing the first time.
Just stay there. And then we had to tell her, it's like, I'm sorry, you have to go. There's all these other people in line. She's like, I'm a VIP. I get to do this. And I'm like, that's not actually what that means. And then she just started screaming at me and threw a taco at me. So I'm...
Wow, awesome.
A real taco?
Yes, a real taco.
How did it taste? I mean, she gave you a free taco.
It fell on the floor, and I saw the shoes of people that were walking through there. I wasn't going to touch that.
Even the 5-second rule doesn't cover shoe prints.
Yeah.
Especially on the... No. Yeah, not
especially at a convention with Con Plague around. Yeah.
Con Plague and Con Funk is just...
Yeah, it was just... Yeah.
I've never got...
I think, I haven't been to too many conventions, but RTX didn't seem that smelly.
No, RTX is actually
for summer in Texas,
pretty good.
For it being 99 degrees.
Well, I think it's just the community, like it is a really good community, and a lot of the people that follow, even the people who don't follow it as much, are at least a little bit more attentive versus the just everyone going to the other conventions where it's not really a specific fandom. It's just a giant convention.
The general immature group, like they're the younger crowd, like the 16-year-olds and below. So they're kids, so they're going to shower. They have to do what their parents say. And I think the older fans that go to RTX are generally more mature and have common sense, so we clean up. So we don't have a lot of those, like, creepers,
Yeah.
Well, we don't like creepers.
People. Yeah, but...
Oh, there's a few.
We don't get the DashCon peoples.
Yeah.
Oh God, Dad.
Not yet, anyway. Not yet.
I mean, we're trying.
We're going to emulate it with a ball pit. But
yeah,
many ball pits.
Oh,
yes, one for every seat.
One for every.
Oh, it's just an entire.
You get a ball, and you
like
get
the entire floor is a ball pit. How insane would that be?
Oh, that'd be an insane cleanup.
There would be a lot of broken ankles, I think.
Worth it.
Yeah, let's be real. A lot of the people attending this our community is not exactly, hand-eye coordinated.
Well, actually, I would think gamers would be a little bit more hand-eye coordinated depending on how they're playing.
Exactly.
I guess. But that doesn't account for their feet. Like,
eye-foot coordination is not really a thing.
Yeah, not yet.
But
we need to make kickball.
But that incredible Kinect game.
You need to make a kickball game with the Kinect. It'd be amazing.
They do have that new Kinect game for the Xbox that is basically tricking you into working out while still having all these funny mini games.
I like Fusion's comment about how there's not really a showering issue at RTX, and lots of pretty girls run and work with RT. Most of these nerds shower before they come to the convention center. That's probably not a bad point.
Yeah, if you want to maybe, hook up or, you got to make sure you're ready to go. You're ready to rock and roll,
Yeah.
If you're out on the prowl,
Yeah, RTX is known for one thing. It's people hooking up.
Exactly, right?
Well, I'm not...
Anyway, we did have a proposal last year, so there's
Zach
that.
disappear for like 2 days.
Yeah, he woke up with some stitching around where his kidneys used to be. It was weird.
Yeah.
I woke in the desert in a daze.
Yeah, if they're dressed very nice, run. That's all I have to say.
Yes, and if you see a needle, go for the nuts. That's all there is.
Yeah, I mean, that's not who I'm into, but
Wait,
to each their own. Different strokes for different folks.
So I'm saying, if you see somebody pull out a needle, you kick them in the nuts and run. That's what I'm saying.
I gotcha, but not everybody has nuts, though. That's
when
what
you
I'm
go for the eyes.
What if they
the
don't
next
have
step.
nuts?
The next step's the eyes.
I'm gonna point out getting kicked in the lady parts. It doesn't
Also not fun.
It's not on the same level as getting kicked in the nuts. I'm not gonna pretend it is, but we do have enough sensitive bits down there that if you end up kick more on the front side, we're going down.
So lady Spartan kick, man, straight up soccer ball kick.
Yeah, pretty much. You will.
Gotcha.
It will be effective.
I kicked a dude in the nuts once.
Duly noted. I don't know. I haven't done that before. I mean, I've punched somebody in the face.
Many times with basketballs.
Basketballs?
Soccer?
Yeah. No, it's more like the guy threw it 70 feet just to see if he could hit a freshman, and it turned out to be me. Yeah.
See, he was helping you with your feet-eye coordination, and you were supposed
Yeah, I was shooting a free throw, and it came up from below. Not fun.
What a dick.
Bummer.
Yeah. Looking back, it was a hell of a throw, but it also hurt like hell.
I would never give him that satisfaction.
Nah.
No.
That's when you pull out your knife and stab him a few times.
Or your needle.
Oh, yeah, because at 14, I'm going to do that in the middle of a basketball practice.
You're 14. You can get away with it.
True.
I don't think that's how that works, Zach.
No.
That's the best time to use,
So what did you get up to when you were 14, Zach?
So there is an unsolved serial killer in Arizona. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, no. I can't look at the Twitch chat, you assholes. What is happening?
Oh, you really can't see what's happening right now?
Oh, nice.
Great.
Ask Zap about that. He knows all about the poon hunting at RTX.
Okay.
Many poons were demolished by Zap. They call him the Devastator. Zap, the Poon Devastator. And then
Cat Crusher.
Yeah, the Cat Crusher.
Cat Destroyer. Love it. Oh, my
God. Oh, that's amazing.
God, that's fantastic.
I really hope my uncle isn't listening to this one. I know he knows about the podcast all of a sudden.
Oh, man.
All of a sudden, eh?
I'm gonna tweet your uncle and.
Oh God! Please don't do that.
Is it low? Is it low uncle?
Yes, it's low uncle. Did anybody notice Low Link actually joined the RT site now?
Yeah.
How do you? I want to friend him because we've talked briefly.
Isn't it literally Low Link?
Yeah, he took the name Low Link, and then he's got a profile picture also drawn by Lauren of him as Link. So we're like all matchy and cute and shit. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the protocol? Does he accept random friend requests?
Yeah, I know, right?
So what's happening with the friend request is when he gets one, he looks at me and goes, "Do I know this person?" And I go, "Yeah, it's so and so." And he goes, "Okay," and clicks it.
Okay.
So
I don't know.
So
I didn't know the etiquette or the.
You mean do you like the members of the forum thread, for example, or would he actually have talked to at one point?
Yeah, so he'll, because I talk about all the people I talk to a lot. So some people, if I'm like, oh, it's this person, you've seen them or talked to them in this capacity, like RT Michigan people, I'm like, oh, that's this person who was at our house, and that was this person. He's like, oh, okay. And so, yeah, I mean, there's some people he's like, do I know this person? I'm like, I don't know if you do. Here's who they are in stories I have told. So, like, if any of you do it, I'll be like, oh, it's one of the TFT people. And he'll go, oh, okay, except he knows not to friend Webwave. So.
That is good life advice.
Yeah.
Don't ever trust Webwave.
Webwave's going to now spam friend requests.
Probably.
What have you done? He's going to unfriend us all and then spam us.
I mean, how does Low Link think?
I now have the power to fix that if he does. So.
So no, he won't do it to you, but he'll
it's
do
a
it
Mexican
to us.
standoff.
Yeah.
I would just want to see what would do if he was a mod for a day or something
Oh
like
my
that.
god, I don't want to see
The
that.
site would be destroyed.
Like literally, you'd log on to Rooster Teeth, and your webpage would just be like a picture of flames. The whole thing
Error.
is just up on fire.
Yeah, heresy.
Error.
Just
Error.
heresy.
You know?
Every pronoun would be changed to this thread.
Yeah.
I would
This
love
thread
that.
would like to
There's gotta be a
formally
way to
announce
do
that the
that.
Rooster Teeth website.
I've been a part of like many forums, and there is a way to do that. You can switch a word for a word. Like say like you want to take out curse words.
Yeah,
you
it would
can
be
switch
like
for other words.
it was similar to autocorrect.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't know if that'd be something you can really put in, or if that would be like an Adam choice.
I once changed the word noob to poop and these people use the word noob way too much. So I'm like, this is ridiculous. You guys need to stop saying the word noob. So I changed it to poop. They got really mad at me, but I'm like, dude, I'm the admin. My name's in green, your name's in white, so I'm important. You're not.
Fuck
So
you.
Get on my level.
get on my level.
Yes, I love that phrase.
I like awesome
My level
sauce. Can we bring that
It's so
back?
high.
I
like
used to
awesome.
say that
I like cool
unironically a lot.
beans. Does anybody use
Cool
cool
beans
beans?
is
I sometimes
Cool
do.
beans is okay.
When I'm being
Cool beans is
ironic,
alright.
I'll use cool beans.
Or different strokes for different folks or boats or whatever.
That's
Whatever-
mine.
Whatever
can't
floats
take
my
that.
boat.
That's
yours.
your
Wasn't that from a
grandpa's
YouTuber though?
father's.
You said you got influence from the way some of the people you watch, like YouTubers,
Yeah,
spoke.
YouTubers. Yeah, Northern Lion, I think, is the guy who started saying that, and I'm like, I want that in my vernacular from now on. I want
So you
that as
paid
my
him like
vocab.
$20 to register the phrase, so he
yes.
promises not to say it anymore, so you could say it.
No, no. I wish, but no. Different strokes for different folks. Someone message. What was that beep? Did
was
anyone
mine.
else hear that? Okay.
That was mine.
Fuck you, and you're interrupting our podcast with your noises.
Alex Forum commented on the forum thread something.
Yeah, he said that basically Chaos is right, but he doesn't wear jeans. He wears like sweats and shorts.
I
Wait,
think
what?
he also admitted that Cake was best.
No,
I believe-
he said pie is better.
I believe-
Oh,
he's
we
on
bring
team
it
this
pie.
back. Oh,
I
Don't
shit.
you dare!
It is going
I
down.
believe it's going on record right now that Nobod is a fan of Cake. And
Nah.
he's not here to dispute it, so
I'm
therefore
here
it
to
must be
dispute
true.
it.
Dirty
No,
little,
I'm
dirty
here to
little
dispute
cake
it,
eater.
motherfucker.
Didn't on the Facebook the Facebook post was that technically cheesecake was a form of pie by the direct definition of
No,
pie.
But it's not.
Okay, let me get the
Cheesecake is a tart.
Facebooks. Let me get the Facebooks up because he did have a great explanation for this.
He did
Hold
not.
on. He totally did.
Is it an explanation that if you didn't care to research anymore, you'd be like, all right.
I accept this as a fact.
Yeah, it's like it seems close.
Okay.
I think we all just
what
need
did
to
he
get on the
say?
team fat train and call it good. Screw this little
Pie is
pie cake debate.
Better. Pie is
Aaron
a baked dish
Porter
over pastry
is-
dough.
Is an enemy.
I don't know.
Uh,
Like I was saying previously, some pies are greater than most cakes, but as a whole, cake is better.
On the
Denied.
whole,
How dare you?
preparation cake
Hey.
is better.
not-
Seriously,
American
man.
if you don't
No,
like
hey,
pie.
apple pie transcends every cake out there. It
I would
does.
say the only pie that I like is pumpkin pie, actually.
See,
It's
pumpkin
kind of
pie,
funny.
I can-
That's
oh,
the pie
yeah.
I've eaten most often. It takes a lot of apple pies are not quite as good depending on how
talking
they're
like
made, the crust and
The
such.
cream of the crop apple pie, like the best I've ever had, is better than any cake I've had.
Okay, so I found the
I
Facebook.
don't want to eat any
I found
crop
the
that makes
Facebook
cream.
message. I found the Facebook
You've never had
message,
cream
and he's
corn?
like,
Ew, dude, that's like it looks like you
Ah.
ate corn and then threw it up.
It's actually really
yeah,
good.
cream of corn's
No,
gross.
It's all about the sauce. If you can make a really good cream with your cream corn, it's
No,
going to be amazing.
First off,
But-
it's all about the base, so it can't be all about anything else. Like they've
I'm
already
gonna start some
decided
trouble
about
right the
that
fuck
base.
now.
I did
I'm gonna
not
start
think
some
that was going to
trouble.
go there. I'm glad it did.
But
I'm just saying, like you can't say it's all about something because it's already been designated what it's all about.
But seriously, I found the Facebook post.
I'm not really interested in this conversation anymore. So let's talk
No,
about something else.
no, it
Yeah,
matters
I'm
to
kind
me.
of over it.
So
Fine. Fine.
I'm doing
Oh,
this
God.
series called TFT Smash right now.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about this.
Dude, we did some recording last night, and Zach and Wub and Chaos helped me record, and it was awesome. We recorded the first 4 episodes out of 6. So they already have a good idea of how the tournament is going, and it's going very well.
Oh yeah.
All I want is
you can
shit ton of upsets. I'm just gonna say that. Like,
so
last minute victories.
So are you counting me beating you as an upset or a planned victory then?
That's a planned nothing right now.
Yeah, find out.
Oh, that one hasn't happened yet?
Dragon Ball Z.
That happened, but I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah, it's happened just like the Minecraft series. It's happened, but
I'm just going to say
you
lose in a glorious flaming ball of something. I'll just leave that on the table.
Is it a flaming ball of shit? Is that in the game? If it's not in the game, I'm going to be really upset.
I didn't think this was a cursing podcast, but sure. Let's say shit.
Dude, we say fucking shit all the time. What are you on about?
I haven't heard any of that.
Are you serious?
Well, you can shut your
how high are you right now?
Mouth.
Exactly. Amen. Praise.
I guess we don't swear as much as like achievement hunters during the podcast, but it's not exactly censored either.
Nope. We were talking about poon slaying, so there is that. Yeah.
I've already edited the first 2 episodes, and they're good. Like,
when are they coming out? By the way, Saturday.
I'm thinking
like Saturday Smash.
I'm thinking I was gonna do Wednesdays, probably like mornings. I think starting January, first week of January.
I mean,
yeah, it's gonna be the new year.
Yeah,
situation.
So
there.
You can make it your New Year's resolution to watch TFT Smash.
Yeah.
Done.
Did everybody watch the trailer?
Easiest resolution ever. I watched the trailer. The trailer was awesome.
It was amazing.
You don't even have to feel bad.
I was very happy with
it.
it. I'm gonna brag about it a little bit. I really liked. I think I did a decent, okay job.
Yeah, I agree. I think you should be proud of your work, but don't let it get to your head. And
it's already to my head. My head is very big right now. Like, it's really tall.
Is it like a bobblehead or like?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. You have like some Jay Leno going on, so you gotta go.
All I know is that Elon totally wrecked it the entire time during the tournament.
Elon wasn't even a contender, and he came in and he didn't record, obviously, but
that's why he didn't actually appear in the character. Like, he forgot to record his character in the system, but
he forgot to record any of his fights too. But he still came out victorious.
And we all spell wrecked with a REKTD, right?
No, I've never done that.
What? That's the past tense.
That's the official term of wrecked.
I think
don't know where I saw that.
RECQED. It's the
only
word in the English language that has a Q without a U behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. I'll go on Urban Dictionary as long as no one else goes there, and take care of that for us.
Excellent. I think you can really edit the dictionary.com, right? I think that's open source.
Wikipedia is, so we can do that as well.
Yes. All right.
God.
Good. That's great.
So
what else is great?
Huh.
What?
That someone on our podcast recently got engaged.
Oh.
So congratulations, Mr. Tijan Lee, on the and to Ginger Hazel.
Yeah.
We're real adults now, sort of. We're gonna try really hard.
Welcome to the club.
Is there any dates or anything set in stone?
Nah, not yet. Yeah, we're in day 5.
It's been a couple days.
Yeah, I was wondering if
you know the pain of we get engaged, people immediately want answers to questions.
Yeah,
it's like, bitch, just let me be engaged for a while. You know the pain very recently. Why did you do that?
I'm not gonna hound him every day. I was just curious if this was something that was pre-planned and they had everything, or if they did want to just sit back and relax, which I'm completely fine with.
We're any major planning isn't gonna happen until the new year. I think we're just kind of looking at stuff, venues and such, and we'll start
inviting us as well, right?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I'm being serious.
You should live stream your wedding, and we'll just be in the Twitch chat yelling.
Do you have your wedding on a Wednesday?
Oh my god!
So that we just I just put up a little screen on top of Minecraft that has the wedding going on as we're talking.
I'll aim for podcast 200. How about that?
That sounds good.
The intro will be just the straight up wedding song.
But thank you for all the kind words that everybody shared on the site and on Facebook and all that such. But it was very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome, you ungrateful fuck.
Well, you did just say thank you, so that doesn't make him ungrateful.
Yeah, but I said it with a hint of condescension.
Yeah, there was some.
I chose not to hear it.
I chose not to hear it.
I mean, clearly I was being sarcastic.
Yeah, obviously.
But let's stop talking about me. Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
How like Zelda like just did you really block Wub? Because it's all in the forum thread
No,
right now.
I didn't. I just saw that. So here's the thing that I figured out when I was trying to friend him before. If you type in low link into the search bar, but you don't use capital letters, for whatever reason, it comes out blocked. You have to do it with the capital letters. It has to be capital L, little o, capital L.
It's case sensitive.
That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know why. I have no idea why.
So it acts like it's a blocked account if you don't type
it says that tag has been blocked. I don't know if it's because the word link is in it, and so it has an issue. So, yeah. That I did not do that. That is just purpose. That is just really hilarious.
No, it's just like out of like you're fighting one time and just suddenly his account's blocked.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, I just put the link in the chat. You should look at that, and that's we're cracking up over that. That Love actually tried to find the link and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, RT can be weird. Like weird enough where I have a fake account without knowing it. Yeah, I don't think I've mentioned that on the podcast before yet. Yeah, like apparently 2010, 4 years ago, like last week, didn't even know what the fuck Rooster Teeth was. I have an account with my password and email, my name, my hometown, and had no idea it was there until I tried to get my Laser Team sponsorship for my friend. And they're like, yeah, this email's in use, and it's that username, but do you want us to delete it? And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going to see if it's mine. And I go to log in, and my password freaking works. I'm like, what the hell is this? I had no idea what Rooster Teeth was until like March of 2013. At least on the website.
It's bizarre. And you don't really drink, so
no,
it wasn't
I don't.
like
I don't
you just kind of randomly trading
it.
I can't drink,
and I don't remember doing this. Yeah, it was weird.
That's the charm of the Rooster Teeth site. Is just like it's like this magical place where weird shit happens and we all get along most of the time.
Most of the time.
I mean, we're people. There's disagreements and differences in ideologies and that's all that shenaniganry. So
I don't think I've ever agreed with you.
Likewise.
In one thing, I don't think.
Yeah.
I just like Zach says
except right now,
down thumb.
Yeah, exactly.
If you go back to every single one of your forum posts, there's a down thumb.
Yep,
it's probably me.
A downvote, dislike, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll have to check that.
Minus one lame.
Oh, I missed +1 zing. That was by far my favorite thing.
Oh yeah, that was
the zing. It was just like I love applying the zing to nothing. Like just like
that's probably the one thing I missed from
zing!
the site. That's probably the one thing I missed from the update, but that's like everybody's gripe, I guess.
I mean, I understand it. I think it's a good direction. I like the shareability. I think people are less willing to mod things now because they don't want to spam their own feed on people. So like, oh, I like this, but I don't want other people seeing that I like this, so I'm not going to give it a thumb.
And aren't there like personal like settings you can set it to where like your likes are personal? Or is that not a thing?
I don't think that's a thing.
I don't think so.
That's the whole point.
I think if that was a thing, that would have been more popular. It's like I would have heard about it before because of how many people don't like, I guess the actual spam and the fact that journals and such that you basically have to use the Friends Journals tab to kind of keep in touch with what you want, and then on top of that, the likes. Mm-hmm. Like I wish that the Friends Journals and following journals were the first thing, like first tab when you go to your homepage, and then you could also search for like random likes if you so desired, or you could change it up.
I hate how you can't turn off the Twitter functionality notification that like 3 of your people liked a photo that somebody else posted.
No, I want that to go away.
Like, please, I don't care that you guys liked Barbara's photo on Twitter. Like, I'm not going to go look at it. I think like, oh, I got a text message. Oh, wait, no, it's another fucking notification about 8 of you people liked some photo.
Yeah.
See, that's why I just linked my Twitter. I haven't connected it. I just linked it on my profile.
I've connected it because I don't post on Twitter too much.
Destroyed that entire thing.
What?
On the Minecraft.
A side note, I was playing Minecraft, I made a creation, and then Kitty said to put lava on the top, and I did. And this is the result.
I should probably restart the video.
Or did you
were peer pressured into destroying something beautiful? Way to go.
It's like me in the library all over again. Yes.
That was probably the funniest.
I remember that.
Oh man.
Well done.
I don't know.
Well, back to the actual mod system, it's also a lot less personal. Like, I think you would be more inclined, even if it was still the same like system, to show up on the feed. If it was the old one where you could be like plus and cool, like liking it for which reason? Because if you just give a straight thumbs up, if it's like one of those sadder journals or this or that's happening, if you were just +1 cool or like noticing it, and then if it was like a joke, like Tejan just posts a random GIF, then you could funny it or zing that or however you want to do.
Yeah, I hate the whole. There's a lot of that on that site of like somebody posts a funny image and then like everybody likes it, but like somebody like types like a really nice long journal and nobody reads it because it's like, oh, that has words in it, so I'm just gonna skip it. Like that kind of shit happens all the fucking time.
Yeah,
you need to make a GIF and hide in a journal post, so it'll be like this silly image, but the text at the bottom keeps on changing to something else, and it's actually like a paragraph long GIF.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I guess you're obligated to read now.
Yeah. So
it's not going to be about nothing anyway, but
yeah. So you're a site designer or illustrator, right, Tejan Lee? That's what
I am a web designer, correct?
Okay. So if I were to say like I want my website for me to set up personal settings, to turn off like when people in the feed in particular, to turn off when people like things, or I want to prioritize my friends tab, so if I could drag and move it over, is that like high intensity when it comes to design?
It's not the design, it's not about the interface, it's more about the back end programming. So when you look at that, like you can say like, I want this to look pretty and easy to find and easy to navigate, but about the actual back end program behind it, especially the thing with Rooster Teeth's website is that they have so much old code part of their website that rehashing the whole system is a huge freaking undertaking. I'm getting a call right now from some random person. And I lost my train of thought. Yeah, it's just like it's more of like a back end thing than actually visualizing.
Yeah. So the visual parts are easier when it comes to the UI. It's easier to build. It's just getting the buttons to work and getting the features to work, programming or scripting wise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that's not really what I do.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
I get that. I understand what they do very well because I have to be able to talk to that kind of stuff, but I can't literally do it.
Yeah, my dad does server administration, so I talk to him a lot about it when it comes to, for Dell now. And when it comes to like how much back-end work is it to store the ability for every user if you have 2 million users to edit, or is it easy to do this? And he'll say, well, it's because this, that, and the other thing. And I mean, in theory, it's easy, but you have to bulk up your servers first. And so there's a lot of back-end stuff people don't understand when it comes to building a website and maintaining a website when you have 5 million people at any one point in time using it.
I think with what RT does, I think with their website, I mean, I think they put themselves in kind of a bad spot early on with a lot of their code and a lot of their like site features. I think they didn't have a lot of forethought about they
probably didn't assume that it was going to turn into this sort of thing. It was like a place to post their videos.
Yeah, they didn't think it was going to turn into what it did, so they didn't really need to have that forethought. But they're trying to retroactively is the perfect phrasing of it. I mean, taking what they have right now, like obviously I would say their main thing is to get their site mobile accessible. I've been saying that for years, but they want to get, like, they're very focused on maintaining their current user base and making, just, again, retroactively, like, fix things. And it's kind of like, at this point, you might just want to start fresh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is there that app they put out, is that, like, functional? Because I don't have a smartphone or anything, so I don't get the opportunity to use it.
I think it's a temporary solution, I think, to appease a lot of people, but I don't think it's the right thing to do as like a permanent fix. I think they really need to get their actual site mobile.
Fusion said that they can't do too many changes to the site with the code as bulky as it is due to that. If something went wrong, the site would go down and people couldn't access a lot of their content, especially the content that is here a week earlier before YouTube.
Especially with the sponsor stuff too, because like there's some people who are paying for the early access to stuff.
Especially like the show like 10 Little Roosters, how each week really matters.
Fucking 10 Little Roosters, man. I'm stressing out so bad over that.
I mean, can we talk about who's still alive?
No.
I
don't.
Don't you
Surveys
dare.
aren't due yet, so I would say no.
I would say we probably can't talk about it until Friday after things have gone in. So, and by the time for podcast time next week, in theory, the last episode will be out. And I won't be on. Damn it! I want to talk about the show so bad.
Well, what we were gonna do is for the next two podcasts, since they are literally on Christmas Eve and I think New Year's Day, Eve. Is that we're going to pre-record those podcasts, and then I, depending on if I was actually there, I'd probably broadcast the recording of the podcast on the day similar, but that way it would still be the Christmas podcast and the New Year's podcast.
So how about for 10 Little Roosters? Because pre-recording it means that the last episode will not be out yet. So how about for the New Year's one, we can plan on talking about 10 Little Roosters.
Yeah, exactly. We'll do like a whole spoiler cast, and whoever wants to be on
within a reason. And we'll discuss planning dates and such for that after the podcast. But yeah, there's going to be basically the next two podcasts are going to be not live streamed. They might still actually be broadcast on the day, but they're going to be pre-recorded and then sent out later so that everyone can have a great holiday time.
Exactly. In particular,
I picked two random people like before even watching the first episode, and they're still both alive in the exact order that I picked them. I'm like, I guess I should have participated in these polls and guessing the weapons.
So now after the stream is done, I want to ask you what random people you picked, just because I think that's really funny.
I told you last week.
Yeah, but I have a terrible memory, so you have to tell me again.
Will do.
Okay, awesome.
I don't know. I think there's like two audiences for the show. There's like one audience that just wants to enjoy the medium, and then there's another audience who likes participating and like becoming the inner sleuth that they have always wanted to become. And I think that's really cool that it appeals to both those people.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I'm stressing out over it in like a silly way, but I've been having a blast with it, and I'm glad I finally figured out my pattern for stuff, and I've had 3 weeks in a row correct. So
I also love all of your recap videos because I'm actually quite behind. I'm actually quite behind on the series, so I've only watched honestly, up to the series where I'm at.
I think it's funnier when you get it wrong.
Yeah.
So why don't you just go back? I liked your earlier episodes more than your later episodes. I think you need to go back to that format.
Yeah, exactly. Make a comedy show.
The format of being totally wrong.
Yeah.
Or being mostly right, but then telling myself I'm wrong.
I would like if you created a poll about people guessing how wrong you would be in the next.
That would be interesting.
How long is the final guess?
Yeah. I'm actually, while we've been talking, I've been waiting for the render to finish for my episode 6 video. So I'm hoping I can put that up either tonight or tomorrow if it works properly.
So what have we all been up to when it comes to Christmas planning? I'm just curious because I know I've talked about making like a whole bunch of changes when it comes to moving. I'll probably be moved into the new house by the 23rd or 24th, like completely. And that's quite a bit of ways away. So that's kind of my Christmas planning. What's the rest of you guys doing?
I was going to say for my Christmas planning, it's just we have a couple guests coming over this weekend, so we're going to have a kind of mini pre-Christmas where they're going to open their presents and such, and then we're going to have an actual celebration on the day of Christmas much later on. Other than that, we don't really have any like going somewhere or big things happening.
Warburg?
Oh, mine's mostly like pretty standard Christmas tradition stuff at home. But unfortunately, this year my church, like, there are no kids to do the kids program anymore, so they're not doing it. They're just gonna do like a regular.
Kids?
Yeah, well, like my church has like 50 people. It's tiny.
Oh.
I mean, I'm in
Iowa.
I'm in the
one
middle of
church
nowhere
and 50
in Iowa.
people in the state.
Haha, very funny. Anyway, but honestly, most of my planning's been around my live streaming the LBF podcast. That's like what I'm planning the most on. It's gonna be my New Year's project.
Nice.
Somebody super cool is supposed to appear on the podcast tomorrow.
Yeah, you were, and
something didn't work out.
Europeans suck, so
yeah, because they're peeing all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Time zones.
They're Euros. I don't know.
They couldn't hang out with me until 1 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
What about you, Low Zelda? What's your Christmas/holiday special plans, or not at all?
So Friday, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law are. I'm gonna stab you through the computer. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law are coming into town for the weekend, and so we're gonna see them on Friday. And that was kind of a last-minute, unexpected thing. So, because I also have other friends that are coming into town late Friday night, and so they're spending the weekend with us. We're doing that. They're all leaving on Sunday. We're doing Christmas with my in-laws' side of the family Sunday night. And then on Tuesday, I drive to Arkansas to go have Christmas with my family. So we're going to leave really early in the morning and then spend 13 hours in the car with the dog and try to not die and or murder each other. And we're going to do that. Hang out there for a couple days. Come back a little bit before the new year. And then we're having some people over for the new year. So it'll be a good time.
You're originally from Arkansas?
No, I am not originally from anywhere. My parents currently live in Arkansas.
I was going to ask, are you one of the Clintons?
No, yes. She's from nowhere. She's the new version of the virgin birth.
Yeah,
she came from nowhere.
Exactly. Yeah,
was your father formerly the president of the United States?
I wish I'd make this a super cool story. No, I moved 12 times before I was 18. So when somebody says, "Where'd you grow up?" I'm like, "You got to give me an age range. I cannot." The
story
answer
would have been cooler if you
question.
moved to 12 different places by 12.
Yeah, that would have been pretty crazy. So we moved around a ton. So I went to high school on the east side of Michigan. I went to college on the west side, which is why I'm currently here. But after that, I moved to Chicago, where my parents were, and worked there for a couple of years, and then they moved to Arkansas, and I moved here, and now we're all over the place. So
interesting.
There's your short version. So they're in Arkansas. I saw them in April. I haven't seen them really. I saw my sister for a couple days, and I saw my mom for a couple days because they came up here. But I haven't seen my dad since I was down there in April, and that kind of sucks. So we're going to go have Christmas, have a grand old time, drive back. I'm going to work from home, quote unquote, for 2 days, and then New Year's funness will happen. And I'm excited for New Year's because there's actually we didn't just like invite people around here. Some of my fellow Guardian friends are coming, like from Canada and Tennessee and shit. And
it's gonna be an actual full-out party.
It's gonna be so awesome. I'm so excited. It's gonna be a party,
like
and then a couple days after that, Elon's gonna visit me. So it's gonna be fucking sweet.
Whatever you do, make sure he records his audio.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will make sure
you have to record something together. Like that would do a dance-off stream or something.
We're gonna try to come up with something we can do for a live stream.
Dance pad, Crypto the Necro Dancer.
Yeah, we maybe. I don't know. Speaking of Crypto the Necro Dancer, I'm gonna tease this. Everyone should watch my stream tomorrow night because it's gonna be fucking awesome. Because I found a thing earlier. I found a thing and it's gonna be sweet.
More GIF material? Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. You mean GIF?
Hey, let's not go there.
It sounds so much better.
As a typist, I will debate that with you quite a bit, but I won't.
GIF is a peanut butter.
Yeah. There's so many pronunciations of how we use G's and I's. It doesn't matter. Let's move on.
Yeah.
We've had this discussion to like 3 podcasts, man.
Have we?
No, the first one I was on, we had this discussion. It was me and Tijan going at it for like 20 minutes.
I don't remember this at all. I don't think we've ever talked about this.
Yeah?
Not at all, no.
Did we curse a lot? Because I probably kind of didn't remember that part either.
No. And we have discussed it at length, I know for sure, on LBF. But
LeBiff.
Yes.
LeBiff.
Yeah. You don't even know how to pronounce your own podcast. Jesus. Get it together. Get on our level.
Oh man, they're just
level up.
busy.
This has been another iteration of the Tift podcast.
Yeah, the Oh man.
All right. So should we wrap up, Tijan? You want to do our spiel?
Well, hold on. I was gonna I asked Mr. Fusion earlier, but basically, he is in the chat right now and has now, I can say, recovered from the surgery. Is in recovery. His voice is still messed up. That's why you can't speak right now. But it said that the tumor had been removed from his thyroid and that he is now cancer free.
Awesome.
He said it in his most recent journal. So basically he has won the battle and managed to come out on top without any adverse complications.
Yay! Clap, 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 clap.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
super
awesome.
exciting. Yeah.
Exactly.
As the surgeon put it, you're surgically cured of cancer. Do you want me to do my spiel?
Yeah, do your spiel. On that happy note, we will wrap up.
All right. Thanks to everybody for watching on Twitch. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at the Forum Side. You can like us on Facebook and follow some of our misadventures there. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. We have TFT Productions and TFT Plays, 2 different channels. You should subscribe to both because they're both equally awesome. There's also the @TFT Plays Twitter account. We have 2 different Twitter accounts because we are boss. You can also listen to us on SoundCloud. You can find our group on Rooster Teeth. And that's the way it was.
That's the way the cookie crumbles?
I think that's the way. Y'all like it.
Why are you crumbling cookies? Why are you not eating them?
Why aren't we eating the cookies?
Yeah, eat
I don't know. I never got that about the movie.
Here's
the
thing.
really
If it's an
shitty
oatmeal
sign
cookie,
off.
if it's an oatmeal cookie, it's really gross, and you need to step on it. If it's a chocolate chip cookie,
oatmeal cookies are okay as long as they have chocolate chips in them.
Amazing.
Oatmeal raisin cookies, fuck those.
Okay,
because it's a lie. It's a freaking lie.
Yeah.
See, if you know the raisin going in, it's not a lie.
Not.
Yeah.
No, but nobody ever tells you, here's an oatmeal raisin cookie. It's like, here's an oatmeal cookie, and you're like, it's got something in it.
Because they
might be chocolate chips. They might be raisins. I don't know, and that is never a gamble that I win.
See, I like raisins, so I like my oatmeal raisin cookies.
I like raisins when I know the raisins.
See, and I always know the raisins because I can look at cookies and say, "Hey,
I don't like surprise
that's not
raisins.
a chocolate chip."
You know what? We don't need your attitude here. Dismissing our cookie identifying abilities here. All right.
All right. I'll back off.
It's the professor in him.
Yes. Yeah. I have keen observation skills.
So we say goodbye now?
Yep.
Yeah, now we're saying goodbye.
Catch everyone next Wednesday, possibly for the Christmas podcast, which will be a lot of fun. And
the week
wish
after
everyone a great time.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, I had a great podcast with you guys. I think we really brought it together. There was a few people in the chat though. God. Oh wait, we're still on the air, right? Shit.
We can totally mute that out, right? God.